We can all agree that right now there's a lot going on in our society, in our culture, in our nation, and there's a lot going on. So a lot of questions about politics, a lot of questions about race, a lot of questions about our health, a lot of questions about job security, all of these kinds of questions, financial stress, even stress within families and marriages. There's a lot of stress today. And so what I want to talk about today is a assessment that I've talked about before that I want to encourage you to look at, and to look at your health through the lens of stress. And a lot of times stress is something that we don't really necessarily notice that we have until it's too late or until it's built up. I know for me, there's a lot of times where I don't even realize that I'm really stressed until after an event is over or after something's happened, and I begin to really notice, oh man, like I am stressed. And I think too, also learning the signs of stress is really important. How does your body respond to stress? How do you, what do you do? What are those warning signs? Maybe you're short fused, maybe your body hurts, your upper body hurts, your back aches, whatever it might be. What are those signs that you're stressed out, and get to know those and learn those. And also as a leader, if you're leading teams, I think it's really important that you help your team learn about stress, manage stress, and learn how to deal with their stress. And so how do you know if you're stressed out? Well, I've got an assessment that I want to share with you guys that'll help you to see if maybe you line up and maybe you are a little bit stressed out. So let's dive in. You can go to renewedleadership.org/stress, and you can get this assessment here. So again, it walks through just kind of a stress quotient, and it's going to help you to see where you're at. So a 2015 APA poll. So again, this is 5 years ago. So imagine just how much some of these things have gone up. I would imagine they've gone up pretty high. And so it says that 60% of all illnesses and diseases are caused by stress. That's pretty high. That's really high. 3 out of 4 doctor's visits are due to stress, and $300 billion are caused in medical bills every year because of stress. So imagine that is a lot of doctor's visits, illness, because of stress. And if we can help as leaders to avoid that within ourselves, if we can help to avoid that in the people that we lead, I think that would be a huge help to ourselves, huge help to those that we lead. I mean, imagine just the productivity that it would be increased by people being at work longer and feeling good while they're at work, not at doctor's visits, not in the hospital, not at home, not calling in sick. All these things that stress causes. Your productivity goes up. All that kind of stuff. And so looking at that is really important. So this assessment is going to walk through 7 ways that stress manifests. It's going to show you kind of where you land on each of these. So demand. Are there too many demands on you at work? Is the workload too high? Are you overwhelmed? Are you feeling like you're not talented enough to actually do the job that you are being asked to do? The second one here is efforts versus reward. So a lot of times we feel like we are giving a ton, we're working a ton, we're giving a lot, we're setting big expectations, we're coming in early, we're staying late, we're working hard, and then that effort is not being matched by the reward or the gratitude, the thanks that might be expected or desired for that. And that happens a lot, especially in organizations that are led by visionaries. Oftentimes, we're so focused on what's next that it's hard for us to slow down and engage with what's currently there. Control. Again, do you feel like you're being micromanaged? Do you feel like you have a lot of expectations but little authority to actually get that done? Do you have to kind of go to your supervisor, your boss, for every little detail about what's going on? Number 4 is organizational change. Well, that's pretty much every organization right now, right? Everyone is changing your job, your role, how you even do the role that you had, right? We are changing a ton, right? And I know that a lot of people say, well, change is great. And here's the deal. A lot of times change is great when you're the one instituting or bringing about the change. But what's stressful is when you're not the one that is bringing about the change. That change is happening to you as opposed to you initiating change. And I get it. We need to be flexible. We need to, open our eyes, get used to some change like that, but doesn't eliminate that it's stressful to do that. Okay. Number 5 is managers, supervisors. So these are putting enormous pressure on you, putting a lot of challenges on you. It's like the little kid staring at all the stair steps, like, how am I going to get up all of these steps, right? Putting this just massive workload on you can be really stressful from your supervisor, your manager. Number 6 is social support. A lot of people just feel like they don't have a social network. Maybe you're at a church and there's only a couple of you working. There's not a lot of people there that you can connect with. Maybe you're new to an organization, a new church, and you just don't have a lot of people to connect with yet. And so you're able to get in, you just feel like you don't have a support system. Maybe with COVID and quarantine on all of this, you just feel a little bit separated and not as connected as usual. And here's a big one: job security, right? A lot of people right now are questioning their job security. Is my job safe? Am I going to be here in 2021? Am I going to be here in 6 months? How's our church doing financially? And so as a leader, being open and honest about the finances, being open and honest about job security and potential layoffs, those are big, but it causes stress. And so allowing people to kind of know where they're at and where you're at, even maybe you're the lead pastor, maybe you're consultant, whatever it might be, and you are uncertain about your own finances and your own job security. So again, here's some ways that you can, an assessment that'll help you to see where you're at with these areas. And I'd encourage you guys to jump in, take a look at it, and see if this might be helpful to you, to see where you kind of land on the spectrum of stress. So take a look at it and see if it might be helpful for you.